Let's do it! This is gonna be a nightmare too. Welcome back to episode 3 of the S54 E46 M3 series. Behind us we have an E46 M3 that misses its S54. Here we have a brand new, fully refreshed S54 ready to go into that M3. It's go time. Time to throw this thing in. But first, what we have to do is go through this trans really quick. We're gonna do a couple of little SMG maintenance things, and then we gotta get that onto the engine, and then it's time to throw it in. So I gotta get the stand out here, or the hoist out here. We gotta get this thing off the air, get the clutch on it, and then get that transmission on. So coming into the SMG, now we're not doing a full overhaul or anything like that with the SMG. We're just doing a couple of the main things that should be done when it's out. Like this trans is actually in good shape. It's not super leaky. I know the previous owner of this car, the clutch setup's actually like brand new practically. He said no issues whatsoever, but either way we're gonna go through and do a couple things that should be done. Slave is gonna stay. So then there's the infamous compression spring issues on the SMG. There's 3 right here. I pulled these out and checked them. None of them are broken, and that kit is overly expensive for what it is. But these 2 I know are ones that give you a lot of issues. So we're gonna replace these 2 compression springs now. Top plug is the blind plug that you pretty much just have to pop out with a screwdriver. And this you replace. So there's our old one, and then you pop out compression spring, not broken, and actually this looks like it's already the updated. Yeah, these have been done because this is the updated design. So looks like I'm doing nothing right now. And then here's the roller. Okay, new roller. New spring. Blind plug. Okay, we'll get something to hammer that in. Now we move on to this one, which has one of the hydraulic line mounts over it. Little ball in here. I mean, this spring is shorter by like a millimeter, so really this car wasn't screaming for this to be done. I think it already had been done. Then this goes back in. Likely that all these were replaced when the clutch was done on this car. So really I'm just doing nothing right now, but peace of mind, I guess, right? Now this is just standard manual transmission stuff. Our old throwout bearing, actually super crusty and rusty. Or maybe that's just the grease. I don't know, this looks like junk, so I'm glad I'm replacing this. So this pivot pin is not bad, but it's missing a chunk. So old pin. That was easy. Yes, this one's a little deformed, ever so slightly. Not bad, but. Okay, we're gonna pack some new grease in this. Okay, new Sachs throwout bearing. Get the throwout bearing in there. And there we go. Our transmission is pretty much ready to go in. It wasn't a lot of work, but it was enough. It was some important stuff. So now we can mate this thing to the engine, which is very exciting. We're ready for our clutch thingies. So first, don't forget the plate. But now, as I mentioned in the last video, if you guys remember, the clutch setup, flywheel setup on this car is like mint. It was just replaced. How do you know it's been replaced? Well, there's no heat spots in the pressure plate of the flywheel. And then the Allen bolts for the pressure plate, some of them were stripped. So that's how you know someone's touched it. So I mean, this all looks perfect. I would not even bother to replace these, and we're not. So, but I did get new hardware because you're supposed to replace your flywheel bolts. And what did I just say? Don't forget, don't forget this. Will it fit around the flywheel? Yes, it will. Okay, lucky. These and pressure plate bolts, they say you should always replace, so I just replace them. I mean, no sense in taking the risk. These are 74 foot-pounds. Ooh, we need a clutch alignment tool. I didn't even think about that. Oh yeah. Does it fit the... Oh, whoa, I just popped my damn pilot bearing out. What in the world? This pilot bearing comes out kind of easy. This has got to be the most annoying build to date with parts that are messed up. So I just had to run to the dealer yet again and pay $25 for a new pilot bearing because the one I got, which is an OEM manufacturer, is junk. You can literally put it in and pull it out with your hand, which is not supposed to happen. So had to make another trip to the Steeler, and let's hope that this one is a bit better. And I can't get it out with my finger, so that's good. I mean, look at what I said. I mean, this pressure plate is like brand new. I don't think I can find a date on it, but it's a Luke, and I mean, it's nowhere on any of these parts, so. Okay, pressure plate bolts torqued to 25 foot-pounds. The hardest part with the SMG is that you have to, basically, the hydraulic unit has to stay with it. Can I get this lined up and splined by myself? Let's see. Oh, and there goes the hydraulic unit, and everything's falling. Okay. One fail. Let's get this here so it can't fall. Okay. Okay, reassess. What do we need? Bungee, we need a bungee. Bungee the SMG pump to the engine, so we don't have to worry about it falling. It's like you gotta have to be able to twist it. None of this is efficient. Oh, this is a heavy unit too. Okay, I got it up, but not in. Okay. Come on. Ah. I hate SMG for the sole reason of just how annoying it is to do anything. With the engine, transmission, my God. I mean, imagine putting a trans on by yourself and then, oh wait, I gotta worry about 4 hydraulic lines that are just in the way. Okay, I actually ended up having to take the clutch off and trying again with the alignment. I used a different alignment tool that fits snugger, and it looks to me like it worked because I got the trans up, and now I think basically just the way the engine's tilted, I am bringing it in with the bolts, which usually I don't do, but this seems to be working fine, which means that everything's lined up. And this is just easier than me breaking my back, which I've already been doing. I can already feel the knee pain. And yeah, so we're gonna bring this beast in with the bolts. So, we'll see if we can get the starter in here. Oh man, they actually run the harness very close. This is all pretty tight. Then you got the dowel. Okay, SMG pump is in. And you guys will notice I got a new engine hoist because my other one, the wheel wasn't working, and it made as little as pushing an engine around very, very painful. So this one should be able to get her in pretty easily. At least that's the hope. Okay, I'm actually gonna slap my motor mount arms in, or my motor mounts, brand new motor mounts. And I've learned to let these sit loose, because if you go for a full torque, full tight, you're gonna have a bad time because you got to manipulate these a bit. All right, let's do it. Oh, dude, having 4 working wheels is a game changer. I can actually pull engines by myself again. Nice. Slowly but surely. First bump, yep. Easy. Okay, now we got header. I think we gotta come more to the right. Yes, that is perfect. But no, we're good so far. A little more back so that the SMG clears. The engine has to tip back and be lowered. Oh, these headers make your life a bitch. There we go. Okay, I broke the headers free. Okay, so we got the oil pan past the subframe finally. Now I basically got to get the mounts lined up. So I'm going to do a little hooking right now to tilt it so I can get on this mount, and then I will go ahead and get it on the other mount after. This is a pain, dude. This engine bay is not long enough for this. Got it. This is beating me up, man. Okay. One mount in. Now we gotta reverse, put the strap on the other side, and try to get that one on it. Oh, this is among the most difficult engine installations I think I've ever endured in my life. This is a freaking nightmare. These headers have absolutely made this install hell on earth. That's it. It had to have. Yes! Yes, we're in. Thank God. Okay, steering column can come up. Oh God, can it? Oh, okay. All right, steering column is able to go back. So now, that was a lot. I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm gonna kind of quickly run through things from this point on. Underneath stuff, I'm not even gonna film. I'm just gonna hammer it all out. and then we'll come back up top when it's time to put like the manifold on. Right now I'm gonna put back in the steering column and all the stuff that I had to kind of take out, hook back up a lot of the stuff, and I'll either time lapse it or you won't see it, but that's okay. All right, and we're back. So I had a swearing match underneath the car for a few hours. I got the trans brace hooked up, motor mounts are tight, drive shaft's connected. I got the steering rack back in place, as well as the steering column into the rack. That was a pain. Getting the control arm bushings back in place was a pain because of these stupid headers. And that's pretty much it. But now we're ready to button up these accessories. So I'm going to get these oil lines on. I got different ones. These are not the ones that came out of that engine because they are compromised. So hopefully all the most annoying stuff is behind us. Now I believe we can kind of get this back. Power steering system is back in order. Hey, our accessories are on. So our drive belt is in good shape, so I didn't have to replace it, luckily. Okay, routed. Now we got a brand new AC belt. Around there, above the tensioner. All right, AC belt is run. This evap hose right here that I absolutely butchered taking this engine out. As you guys can see, I cracked this pretty bad. Oh, it actually tells you pump side. Okay, so I had it wrong. Exhaust is on, heat shield's on. I got the rear braces on. Everything underneath is pretty much done except for the splash shields, but we're not going to do that until everything runs and stuff. Got all the SMG wiring hooked up. So now I'm just deciding to go through and do the fuel filter really quick. And I'm glad I'm doing that because the date on this one, 10/6/06. This is an 06 M3. So this has never been changed in this car's however many years of service. How, dude? How are you gonna let it get like that, man? That's bad. This brings me back to the E46 days when I first got my M3 and doing all the maintenance and stuff like this, and no idea what I'm doing. Feels like just yesterday. Okay. Tight. I'm transplanting oil coolers right now. You can't see me, I'm behind the camera, but I'm gonna brake clean out the one that's going in the car really quick. Just, precautionary. This goes into the little housing, like so. Knowing damn well that tomorrow I'm gonna be so excited, I'm gonna put the oil cooler on right now, and I'm gonna put some oil in it so that I don't have a catastrophe tomorrow. Lines come out like this. Yeah? Or no, like this, like this. I don't know why I was talking like Borat there for a second. We now have a closed loop oil system. How exciting. We are so close, dude. Tomorrow morning, all I gotta do is put the manifold on, hook up the harness, and it's literally ready for a start. And then obviously, I wanna start it first, and then once I know everything's kinda good, then we will put the front end on, bleed the cooling system, and then we're done. I mean, the hard part's done. All the underneath stuff that sucks doing, that's all done. I could technically probably lower this car to the ground right now, but no point in doing that until we know everything's good, so. Okay, it's in place, but now I gotta, oh my, how the hell do you hook this hose up? I knew this was gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, we got that back little drain. Now we're gonna get the SMG hose on. This is gonna be a nightmare too. Some of it is so nice, and then you get to shit like this where they give you a freaking half inch of space and a connector that is idiotic. Okay, I fought with the SMG hose, I got it. Fought with that back hose, I got it. Now we can tighten up our clamps. So we got these special little pliers with like these little pointy ends, and that's how you tighten these down. And our light's dying. They're already set, like you put them on there in a loose way, which holds them in place, and then you kind of take it to the next step. Yep. Getting the right tool, man, like 20 bucks on Amazon will save your life. And I got these brand new. I tried to salvage them, but we know how that goes sometimes. I ended up breaking almost every single one that I took off. Even with the pliers, they were just so old, I think. Haha! The plenum is on. Right on, dude. Everything's in, everything's connected. I don't know what the hell this breather goes to. Oh, right here. Yep. So now we'll just start laying wires back in. Luckily I have pictures, and then also they kind of make these in a way so that you can't really get them wrong. They only hook into one set. Okay, O2 sensor wiring all is intact. So now this goes over here to the positive. Breather and breather. Calmed down, ran out of SD card. All the harness was hooked up. I ended up taking off the actual firewall cowl thingy to get access to this hose. I was able to get it on, thank the Lord. So now I just had to run and get some CHS 11 for the SMG. You know, I saved the old fluid and it was black, and I don't think that there was any reason to not just replace the fluid. It seems to always be leaking. Like there's always seems to be SMG reservoir stuff, like fluid around the reservoir. And that seal was like a rock, so there we go. New seal, clean this up. Okay, so we got power steer, or we got SMG fluid, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. And it's not leaking, which is nice. Temp sensor. Damn, dude. There we go. Holy shit. Good old hose clamps, man. These are what I like. Upper hose comes with a new bleeder, so that's nice. Man, we are getting so close. This is so exciting. I am so nervous. Do I have coolant? Yeah, I think so. Now that right there is the easiest clutch fan install I ever did. So we gotta bend this back. This thing's been bent like this for a while. Oh. Whew. Okay, good. So this, garbage, new. $80 mistake right here. Just need the tank, the expansion tank clip. That's money right there. Slide it in. We are buttoned up, ready to add coolant. Oh, this is getting exciting, dude. I'm gonna start with this all the way out. Until, that's the same thing as all the other cars. Fill until it comes out of there, right? Oh, oh yeah, we're right there. Oh man, now it's flowing. Oh crap. I just squeezed it, got some air bubbles, and now we're flowing now. No way, is there coolant leaking out of this? Dude, I said that O-ring needed to be replaced, and now here I am. I did not realize that this was gonna need an O-ring. Oh, I'm wasting everything, no! Luckily, I had a spare O-ring, I think from a fuel injector. Same size, shoved it on, rebled. I think we're good on the leaks. We gotta put our MAF on, intake boot, and then we are ready for a first fire up. Okay, I think it's time. We got oil, we got coolant, we got MAF, we got SMG fluid, power steering. I think we're ready, man. Oh my God, I'm nervous right now. Woo! Let's do it. Give it a couple of little cranks. Gotta get the fuel pressure built up. Oh baby, where am I to go? Woo! Come on, oil pressure light, turn off. Yes! Come on, baby. Come to life, baby! Woo! Oh, man! Hey, you sound pretty good. You sound really good. Quiet. Oh my God, it's quiet. Okay, we got a check engine light, but, oh, it's OBD2, I can actually read that. Oh, we're missing I forgot to plug that back in. Okay, that's probably why it was a little stumbly. Dude, this engine's completely quiet. All right, let's hook up our scanner and see what code it's throwing. I'd imagine we're getting some stumbling because it probably has to relearn a few things. I mean, the engine's been fully replaced. OBD2 likes to learn. No codes have come back. Feels like we're getting heat, so we'll let the temperature climb and get to operating temp, and then hopefully we're good. Yeah, so the only codes that came back are oxygen sensor heater, oxygen sensor heater, oxygen sensor control, bank 2, which I believe is post-cat, which we have deleted, so we don't have cats, so I think we're good there. None of the other codes came back, so we'll let that chill. So I've let it run, got it up to temp. It holds temp, which is like, thank God. It's quiet. It sounds like a healthy, happy engine, which is like the greatest accomplishment right there. As you can hear, it's a little stumbly at idle. Like it's kind of hiccuping. It's still not throwing codes. It threw a fuel injector number 5 code. I cleared it, hasn't come back. It almost sounds like there's a vacuum leak, but I can't really tell. You know, I'm spraying around with carb cleaner trying to see if it changes the idle, but nothing is really happening Okay, so before I condemn my car and go any further here, idiot check ourselves, because I've already failed this once. Remember when I started it and I said, oh, it's a little stumbly? Well, it turns out the E46 MAF is so sensitive that running an open MAF tube with no filter caused the car to basically lean out and not know what the hell was going on, and it made it surge. No longer doing that. It is all fixed with the air filter on it. Easy check. So that's good news because this thing's running perfect right off the rip, which is exciting. Uh-oh. Red, that means something failed, doesn't it?